Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more RimWorld. But unfortunately, we will not be continuing on with the No Hope playthrough, as Alpha 17 has launched. And unfortunately, that means that my save game files are not compatible. So I have reverted back to Alpha 16 so that I can launch the game and do this video. But unfortunately, the mods that I'm using are broken, and I don't know what the stability of this save game file is going to be. As loading into the game, I did get error messages relating to the mods. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the series here. So this video is going to be relatively short, as it's just mostly going to be me talking about the wrapping up the series and my thoughts on a future series for RimWorld. So I very much did enjoy this playthrough. I think the theme made it enjoyable, and I have seen mods come out since I started this playthrough that are more in the Star Wars theme that I could pursue in the future if I want to do a similar playthrough. As far as where we left off, I felt like we got pretty late into the game, getting close to being able to build the ship. It's a little bit disappointing that I'm not going to be able to finish that off, but I'm happy with where we got into the game, and I feel like I'm still a person that is learning this game very much, and I feel like comments that I've gotten in this series in particular have really helped me learn the game. Some things have come in since the last time I played that didn't use or were not really a factor before that I had to get used to, and you know, that will continue to be the case as this game's developed. Now, as far as future series for RimWorld go, I kind of have two things that prevent me from pursuing a new series right away. The first of which is the state of the game and the fact that we're getting these updates that break save game files. This is the second playthrough I've done on my channel, and unfortunately, that series ended exactly the same way, where I am playing the game and then eventually I have to bring the series to a close because of the update breaking save game files. Now, I know that I could revert the game like I have, and possibly I could track down the mods and figure out a way to get them working again. But currently, with things that are going on my channel, I'm fairly busy. I just don't feel like I want to devote those kind of resources to maintaining this series, especially as people are going to be more interested in the new version of the game, Alpha 17, than they are this older version. So that's one thing. I would like this game to be at a stage where we're not going to have those updates happening often enough that I can't really complete a series. And that is going to fall right into the second reason. I feel like with this series, I had a lot of other things going on my channel. I've been very busy lately, and I think that there have just been other things that have had higher priorities. So the uploading and publishing of videos has been slower than I think would be ideal for me. The ideal would be a video a day, and I think if I had done that, it's likely I would have probably finished the series or come much closer than I did before this update came out. But even still, I feel like every time I do a series of RimWorld, I'm on the clock. Ideally, I want to start a series right when an update has launched, and I want to try and crank out videos so that it gets completed before a new update comes out. And I never really can guarantee when that's going to happen, so it's a ticking clock that I can't take a look at and see what's going on with it. So I think, as far as RimWorld goes, I'm definitely going to come back to it, but I think it may be some time. I think I'm going to either have to have a big enough hole in my schedule that I feel like I can devote to a RimWorld series. Just the nature of RimWorld and the way that I play it, I know that a series is going to be long. This series was long, and any future series I would do would be long. So I have to have that kind of hole in my schedule. And sometimes it's hard to predict things, especially the way I run my channel. It's hard to predict exactly what I'm going to be doing 2 months down the road. And with the kind of game this is, you could very easily, if even posting videos daily, I could very easily still be in a series 2 months down the road. So it's kind of hard for me to predict that far into the future sometimes, especially more than 2 months in the road, 3 months in the road, 4 months in the road. It's kind of hard for me to predict that. And then on top of that, as I've already stated, I want this game to be in a state where I can come back to it. To me, you get pretty invested with this game. You get attached to the characters you have, you mourn the losses that you have. Luckily, we only had one loss in this playthrough, although we might have more here in the near future as people are getting the flu and what have you. You get attached to the world you build, and the fact that an update comes in and wipes that out and you can never revisit it, it's kind of, it kind of disappoints me a little bit. I really enjoyed the first playthrough I did. I really enjoyed the characters we had. I really enjoyed the world we had. And as much as that was even more of a learning experience for me than this playthrough was, and there was, I'm sure, a lot of things that I did wrong, I'm still attached to that world I built. And the fact that that world is gone, it saddens me a little bit. So I would really like this game to be in a state, before I really tackle or dive into it again with full enthusiasm, I'd like it to be in a state where I know the world that I build could be there anytime I want it. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the series, and I thank you very much for following along with me. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.